In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Hello and welcome to a new playthrough on this channel. We are playing Dark Souls 1 Remastered. Now that I finished the Elden Ring project, I can start with this project, I guess. I wanted to play Dark Souls 1 for a long time now. This is clearly not my first playthrough, but it's been a while since I've last played this game, so it feels good to be back. And yeah, let's see where the journey will guide us, I guess. I don't know what I wanted to say there. I've started as a cleric class because, well, this is my favorite class to start as. I usually like to dabble a little bit in magic in the Souls games. I find it a bit boring only seeing one side of the gameplay. Or the combat system, like only melee / ranged. So I'm putting a few points into Faith, or I'll probably make this a full Faith character. I haven't yet decided. And usually Faith is a bit more versatile than magic, because magic, almost everything is damage based, and Faith is a bit more, has also damage types, but a bit more versatile, at least in the later installments of the game, like in Dark Souls 2 and 3. But still, Faith is my favorite, so I'm playing it. Simple as that. Fun fact, my first character wasn't a cleric. My first character... Did I say clericter? My first character ever in Dark Souls was, I think, a mage. If I remember correctly. But yeah. So, what I'm going to do at the beginning here, not right here, but once we're in Lordran, I will do a bit of a supply run, so to speak. But first, let's talk to Oscar here.
Oh, you. You're no Hollow.
No.
Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you.
Sure.
You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Text box. So now we have a decision to make here. There are no real decisions in this game, at least not with this text box. I mean, of course I can say yes and no. It's basically get one dialogue or the other, or no dialogue, what doesn't matter. This is a bit poorly done with a few text boxes, because it's really only yes or no. Even though they might ask you a question and you're answering this question with yes and no, that's a bit weird. In this case it's fine, of course I'm saying yes. Let's hear it.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, when thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords, when thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Very nice.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
What you could also do now, or not now, but before talking to him, you could just kill him. You just punch or attack him with your weapon, doesn't matter with what weapon. He will die instantly, drops the Estus flask and the key, and you don't need to talk to him. I mean, he will die anyway, so... See? Dead. Unlucky. Well, at least I got 100 souls. Come on. No jumping attack from him. Very nice. I have my shield. Yeah, okay. I don't need my shield right now, but I wasn't sure if I grabbed it or not. Usually in these games I like to pick up everything that I see. If I'm missing something, so be it. At least I haven't seen it. Right? That's what I like to do. I really like to complete everything or almost everything. Maybe not necessarily completing every quest line of every NPC, but well, no, exactly that. I want to do that, preferably. But I don't need every single magic, for example, and not every single sorcery, because I'm not playing a sorcerer. So here, if I do this correctly, yeah, like this, double hit. There we go. If you jump down correctly, and by jumping down correctly I don't necessarily mean just doing this, but if you're falling down in the correct angle as well, because sometimes with the jumping attack it depends on where you put your left stick basically. Like how you perform a jumping attack in this game is you press heavy attack and do this, like put the left stick forward slightly. You need to press both buttons at the same time, and then you will perform a jumping attack. And it depends on where exactly you move with the stick. Like, is it straight forward, slightly to the right, slightly to the left? And that dictates whether or not you jump in the right direction. Because sometimes if you do not connect with the falling attack, then you will just do the plunging attack itself, where you get this animation and a big damage. But sometimes if you perform it quote-unquote correctly, like me right now, you actually deal a little bit extra damage because your weapon is connecting with the monster, like a normal falling attack, and then you're performing the critical attack. But now let's go and watch this cutscene over here.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Bird.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Look at the walls now. And buildings. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the narrator was talking here or not, so was silent. But have you seen the walls? Like, this is something that I find very strange in this game, because there are so many walls and like curved walls and towers and weird structures like this in this game, and it feels kind of... it feels odd. Because if we have a look here, this is where we are going at some point, fairly early on. And we're going through this, or through the aqueduct, and we land in the Undead Burg. And the Undead Burg is inside this round wall part. But we're also kind of... like, the layout is very strange to me. What I'm going to do now is I'm leveling up. As the game said, I'm putting 2 points into dexterity so that I have 10 dexterity and the rest into strength until I have 16 strength. And now I'm going for a supply run. I'm not going to talk to the NPCs right now, I'm doing this later on, after the supply run. I'm right now not very sure what I want to do in the supply run, because there's a big one and a small one and medium one, something in between there. Like, this is my own route that I always take. Some people take a different route, some people take or grab other items, more items, less items, doesn't really matter. Usually I like to drop down here, and then I'm doing my round on the graveyard, which is a bit spooky right now, because I haven't done this in quite a while. I might get stuck, I might get killed there, but that doesn't really matter right now. Let me just grab all these weird items here. There are a lot of chests in this hidden area. Technically, I like to speak in terminology like in terms of world design and level design. Level design dictates like how the level is designed for the player. Doesn't need to make sense, it's just a level that the player has to go through. And then there's world design, where you look at quote-unquote realism, or the lack of realism, really. Because if I have now a look at all these walls in the background, it feels very unrealistic. Why would you have these weirdly layered walls in front of your city? Is this even part of your city? Why are there so many walls? Right? And why are there chests here? Why does this elevator shaft why is there this weird room underneath that you can't really access just by dropping down? Is it to drain the water? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Right? And then why are there chests here? Who put them here? This is all like world design versus level design, and this is what I like to talk about, so keep that in mind, and I'm talking about that a lot. But now I'm trying to grab every single item here, so I might fail at that, but that's fine. That's part of the experience. Especially this item is a bit... Yeah, I got hit there first. First hit. Second hit. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Zweihander, very important. Then I also like to grab this item, which is very dangerous. I might die here. Yeah. A lot of skeletons on this one. First step, very nice. This might happen now a lot in the supply run. Specifically in a... Well, specifically in a specific area. That is not a good sentence structure, but... Well. Alright. Sometimes I survive this, sometimes I don't. My pathing was probably off there, so... But I'm a bit rusty, so that's fine, I guess. Now I can take a different path. I think there's only this one item left. This winged spear here. Yeah, that should be it. Great. Can I please pass through? Thank you. So now these two are the dangerous skeletons here. That's fine. Okay, they don't even notice me. At least not right away. And this is the crow that brought us here. That one will be important later on as well. Maybe not in this episode, but later on in the playthrough. And by the way, if the Elden Ring DLC is dropping during this playthrough, or any other playthrough that I'm doing, then I will hold the playthrough and directly start with the DLC of Elden Ring. Because I feel like this is first of all, a big opportunity for this channel to grow a little bit more, because probably a lot more people are going to search for DLC playthrough or something like that. And of course I want to play that shit. I just want to play it. And then you even have a blind playthrough, isn't that great? Of course with the character that I started on this channel. I'm not playing one of my own characters there, or my private character, so to speak. So this is now the first tricky part. There's another NPC down here that I could talk to. I'm not going to right now. I'm going to talk to them at some point, probably. But not now. I just want to play the game. I don't want to get out of, or I just want to stand. I just don't want to stand around and talk to them over and over again like this. Talking to NPCs, if you know the dialogue or if you know what the NPC's purpose is not really that exciting, at least not for me. So now the dicey part. The first dangerous part, or the second probably, because the first one was, in fact, the graveyard, and I died there once. And the dangerous part here is the water. Not the ghost per se, because once you get out of there, I should be fairly safe now. But I survived, very nice. Okay, that was the second dangerous part, and I survived, very nice. Because I personally like to grab the Firekeeper's souls at the beginning, the two that you can acquire here. I don't care if the Firekeeper is dying when I come back out, or when I come out of Blighttown the second time. And this is why I chose the master key, so that I can open this door. Not only this door, but partially this door, because here we have an undead dragon that's chilling there on the cliff. Be careful, buddy, that you're not falling down there. And he's guarding 3 items here. 2 of them you can grab without triggering him. First one, then you walk around here, pick up this one, and for the third one, he will wake up. You just go back, when he swipes with his claw, you roll once, and then you're basically safe. Man, this is so loud. The only thing that he can do is vomit out poison. As you can see here, he can attack with his claws, but you need to stand very close to the actual claws for that. Usually he likes to spam his poison, sludge attack, whatever. Alright, now we switch weapons. That's why I picked, first of all, the cleric. If we have a look at the weapon, you will require 10 strength, 10 dexterity, and 14 faith. We have 14 faith from the beginning, so that's nice. I put, I think, 2 points into dexterity because we started with 8, and we already had a few points in strength. So, did we start with 8 dexterity, or was it 9? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Now I have 10. That's all that matters. So this is now the super sketchy part. I'm not sure if if I'm able to grab the Firekeeper soul here. If I don't, then so be it. I'm just trying this once. I'm not going down here until I get it. This is just one shot here. If I don't succeed, so be it. I'm happy with that. And the first thing that I like to do, let's go down here. Ignore these things, we need to kill one later on, or soon. That's fine. This is a sketchy part here, because branches in this game or roots are very slippery. Okay. Good thing that we got this weapon. Then I want this armor set. By the way, if you're playing a sorcerer, the catalyst is fairly good for the beginning. I know the super sketchy part. I've actually tried like this is I've done a test run basically to get acquainted with the controls again, because I've forgotten most of it, or how it feels basically. I've forgotten about that, but I haven't succeeded in acquiring the Firekeeper's soul. Come on, kill this please, thank you. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to jump down there. I'm taking damage. Then I'm blocking, right? I'm blocking. Okay, no. Not this roll. Yeah, okay. I don't need a weapon for this. Okay. Nice. Okay, I've succeeded. Now I can die. That's fine. Hey. Now I think when I pick up the third soul, this bonfire is no longer working. Or is it when I come back, once I rang the second bell? I don't know. I don't necessarily know what the exact requirements are, but now I have extra Estus flasks, so that's nice. Or not extra Estus flasks, but stronger ones. They will now heal me a bit more. I have a nice shield. And now I could technically talk to all the NPCs. Which I do not enjoy, but let's do this.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Exactly.
Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum.
Oops.
But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Fascinating.
Both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
I guess. So funny. Yeah, the NPCs in this game tend to laugh at the end of their dialogue. So...
Ah, your face.
Fuck.
You're practically hollow. But who knows?
No, I'm not.
Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
He. Such a funny joke. What a jokester.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
So funny. What a jokester again.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
At this stage, probably.
What? You want to hear more?
No.
Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
So funny.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
I'm not asking any questions. You're just talking too much. That's the difference here.
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Finally. He's talking too much. This guy there. Alright, next NPC. This dude over here.
Hello there.
Hello.
I believe we are not acquainted.
Nope.
I am Petrus of Thuralon.
Don't care.
Have you business with us?
Nope.
If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Same. But I'm still talking to you.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Worthless.
Oh my, you again?
Yes.
Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles?
Oh, very
Would that
nice.
please you?
Yes, of course.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Very nice. First of all, let me learn the gesture. That is a shrug. Well, then enter Covenant, because I'm talking about that later. First of all, items. Here we have Great Heal Excerpt. Homeward, very good one. Force, very good one. Seek Guidance, useless. Here, I have this already. And then again, Great Heal Excerpt, which is good too. And only requires 14 faith. And then he's selling the talisman that I have already in the Thorund talisman, which is, I think, weaker than the main one. Oh, I don't have this one. I have the other one. Oh, that doesn't matter. Let's talk to him a bit.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Alright.
An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you.
Oh, come on.
But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Let's do it. I don't have 500 souls, but... Ah.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
I'm not popping any souls right now, so... I'm coming back later. So let's start with the actual game. Because all that before was just preparation, right? Of course, I'm going the usual way. I'm not doing any other fancy stuff. At least not right now. Thank you. I can grab it. Ooh, that was... good spacing there. Alright. Now to the jumping action. Jump is still this button, good. My jump button is, if you're familiar, back in the days, jump was you're running, you hold down your running button, and then you let go of it and click it again in a very quick succession, then it would jump. And now, with the remaster and probably with some patch as well, at least on PC, you can remap it where it's you're running, and while you're running, you you're pressing in the left stick, and that's what I'm using because I don't know. This way, I'm not accidentally jumping when I don't want to jump, because that happened sometimes that you would just occasionally jump while you were running, because I don't know, because of different reasons. And this way I can at least jump a bit more precise. Before that I actually preferred, of course, I prefer the controls that I'm used to. So before Dark Souls 2 came out, I preferred jumping with the double circle or double beam, or by jumping with your running button. But since Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 basically forced me to use the new system, because in Dark Souls 2, if you remember back then, you could toggle the button. You could choose which configuration you like more, but you would actually jump further if you would use the left stick to jump instead of double B. You would actually jump further. So, and I've noticed that, so that's why I switched. And I haven't gone back since, because now I prefer this control scheme. It's probably not the... I don't know. I don't know what I wanted to say. Doesn't really matter who uses what, but I switched because I actually had it had downsides using the old system, and now the new one is better. At least for me. So, what am I doing now? I'm doing a specific route. I think we should be able to do it in still this episode. Maybe? Maybe not? What I want to do in this episode is I want to get the Drake Sword, and I want to kill Habe. That are the two milestones, or if you want to call it milestones, that I want to do in this episode here. Let's see if I succeed. And why am I using this bat? Let me quickly go this way. Okay, this one, and now... Oh, there's a drop over there, very nice. But why am I not using this one? I just grabbed it, it's a bit better. I can actually use the mask, still have the medium roll, so that's fine. Ignite the bonfire. And then I'm going the optional path. Have a chat with the undead merchant number 1. Or the male undead merchant, I don't know what you want to call him. Oh. Pretty easy, kick, heavy attack. That's how you get rid of them very fairly easily. And then I'd like to kill this dude first, because sometimes he follows me while I'm talking to the merchant. Let's talk to him.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Best laugh in the game, by the way. Or maybe not the best, but one of the best laughs in the game. Let's talk to him first.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake, and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
I love it.
Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business, or we talk nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Here, I'm not here to... We talk business.
So the only thing that I want right now is the residence key, and yeah, why not? Just buy some standard
Thank
arrows.
you, kind.
Man, the laugh is so good. Must have been fun to record that line. What a blessed person, blessed with a wonderful laugh. Nice, double kill. So, this one here, you can actually skip a little bit of level here by jumping down on that, by the way, way too small balcony. If you have a look at the balcony, look how small that is. Or is it more like a... Oh, I don't know. It's such a weird, but you can jump to that thing, then run against the wall, and to gain some speed, to actually start sprinting, and then jump over in the lower part, right above the head of my character there. And then you're in the lower Undead Burg without acquiring a key. Isn't that great? And you can fight the goat demon that he was talking about. And now we acquire the light bow, light crossbow, not bow. Crossbows in this game are basically useless because you can't free aim with them, and attacking enemies, like attacking with the crossbow itself, takes a lot of time. First you need to aim, you need to shoot, then you need to reload before you can move again. Bows are still clunky in this game. Bows are better than crossbows, but are still clunky. But your bows are actually usable to some extent. At least while you have... Come on, let me kill him. For fuck's sake. Why wasn't that working? Standing too far away. No, why am I not... Usually you can poke through the wall there, but for some reason the spacing wasn't correct from my end. But oh well, doesn't really matter. Oh, no. That wasn't good. Getting a bit confused there. So, get rid of these dudes. This one throwing against the wood piece there, very nice. Firebomb, nice. Another firebomb in the soul that is lying around there. All good stuff. Then I'm going in this tower here first, because there's a crossbowman that is shooting you when you approach these guys down there. What I like to do over here is do plunging attacks. Oh. Works with all three of them. Get rid of this guy. And then I could also kill the first boss, or I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm going to the... First of all, I'm grabbing this here. Gold pine resin. So... then I'm going to kill this dude. At least I'm trying. By continuously parrying him. That's the only thing I'm doing here. I'm just standing. I can't parry the shield bash. Luckily I have some stamina left after that. Otherwise I would have some problems there. Hey! Easy game, okay. This changes things. This is a Black Knight Greatsword, or Black Knight's sword. It's a great sword. Maybe not for the Black Knights, but for the player character, because the player character is fairly short. But if we have a look at the stat requirement, oops, I don't want to equip this, I just wanted to look at the stat requirements. It requires 20 strength, 18 dexterity. The 18 dexterity we definitely need, otherwise we can't use this weapon, but we can use, like, our strength modifier is multiplied by 1.5 when we two-hand the weapon, so we can actually wield this weapon with less than 20 strength. How much do we need? When we have 12, then half of 12 is 16, so we probably need 14 strength at least. Because 14, half of 14 is 7, that's 21. I don't know if 13 is enough, probably not. It doesn't matter. I'm going for 16 anyway, so there's a crystal lizard in that, and then bucket, and then barrel. Before you want to fight the boss is not spawning yet, or not aggroing to you yet. I want to climb up here and get rid of these crossbowmen. Ouch. I don't have the talisman equipped. Oh, I have both. Okay, never mind. The canvas one is a bit better, I think. Have a look. Where is it? There. Magic Adjust. That's the number we want to look at. And yeah, we have 4 more with this talisman. I wonder if you can still fall through the ground when you're sliding down the ladder. Now with this boss, once you see him jump down, you can run back to the ladder and do the same thing that you've learned in the tutorial area of the game. You climb up, don't worry, this attack will miss. And then you do a jump again. Don't worry, you can block the attacks. So if you have this shield, you can block them no problem. And if you're lucky, you see he jumped back there. If he's standing somewhere over here where I'm standing right now, and you're standing right here, on this side, he might jump back and fall down the part here. But I actually want to attack him now, so... fairly easy back and forth. Why was I rolling there? That was quite the wild buffering there, must say. This design is very cool, I must say. I really like the design up to this day. The Asylum Demon is whatever, I don't know, he looks weird, but this one looks pretty cool, to be honest. Especially the head, because it looks like it's made for ramming, or for headbutting. And of course the demonic design where this monster actually has no lips. You only see the teeth. Because usually, or it feels more demonic if you have, or if you remove the lip part of your character and expose the teeth. Because why is that? First of all, showing teeth is a sign of aggression. And what are demons if not aggressive, right? Or at least you have the image of an aggressive demon, like demons are aggressive. Here I was triggering the Hellkite Drake to appear, but in the meantime we can talk to Solaire here.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it.
Who?
I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Keep talking to him.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you.
No.
I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
He's actually very well placed here because, well, he said, I didn't scare you. And how did they achieve this? First of all, he has no weapon in his hand. And then, second of all, his back is turned to you, making him a bit less aggressive.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
And then of course you have this bright red yellow sun on the tabard. Is it called a tabard? Like this piece of cloth that is in front of his chainmail, where the symbol is. It's basically no protection at all, right? It's just a piece of, I don't know, leather, cloth. Probably cloth with a logo on.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
But I kind of wonder what this green part is supposed to be. Kind of looks like leaves. His design is iconic, but at the same time a bit weird.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So that's a very interesting topic he's talking about there.
Oh, hello there. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent
Sorry.
father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Sorry for skipping the dialogue there. Yeah, okay. I thought he would just repeat himself. But the thing of time is convoluted, right? It's a meme. People say it's a meme like for to justify the multiplayer in this game, but yes, you can see that way, that it's fairly simple. Or you could think a bit deeper into it, because it's actually an interesting topic. How I like to see this, and this is just my interpretation, might be right, might be wrong, who cares really? But first of all, let me put some points into the stats here. My interpretation is that it's like, we are now... First of all, it's a multiverse theory, right? You have a lot of the same stuff, like all of these multiverses have Lordran as their city inside, but then there are different characters running around in their own world. And let me prepare a little bit here. Alright, I'm prepared. Because now we are acquiring the Drake Sword. Fairly simple. Let me quickly do this and let's talk, and after that I'm talking about the multiverse thingy. Because I need to concentrate a little bit. The goal is to cut his tail. That's very easily doable. Once he jumps down, you run to the tail, whack him a few times, even though the camera is glitching out there. And then you're running back here. I don't know if you need to use the gold pine resin, but it's lightning damage. The dragon is susceptible to lightning damage, so depends on what weapon you start with. You can't do this with the Astora straight sword because you can buff it. I don't know if you can do it with, if you can cut the tail with the Astora straight sword, or if the dragon will actually start attacking. Because you can get out like 3 or maximum, very maximum 4 attacks until he jumps away. Now we can pillage the bridge here. Back to the time is convoluted topic. How I feel like is when the fire is active. Like we have a system like fire comes and fire goes. Right, at the beginning it's strong, but it's still burning, and at that time is fine. Or during that time is fine. But then when the fire starts dwindling, That's not my theory. I don't know if that is real or not. Or accurate or not. But when fire starts dwindling, the different universes or multiverses, whatever, the different parts or different worlds start to collide. They're trying to become one, and that during that time you can do the jolly cooperation with the soapstones. You can summon other people from other worlds into your world to aid. Because what is your goal? Your goal is, well, it doesn't really matter what your goal is. Our goal is to ring the 2 bells now, right? We were locked in, now we want to ring the 2 bells, but basically the goal is having an adventure right now, right? We're adventuring, we're doing something. The world becomes shit, and let's start doing something. Let's survive. Let's not become hollow. That is our mission right now. But later on, it becomes a bit more complicated. Not that much more, but a bit. I'm now making my way to Havel. And I might die there because he one-shots me. And I'm not one-shotting him, so I'm trying to concentrate now. My method of killing him is constantly parrying him, because it's fairly easy and consistent, but he might throw me off with his timing and I might die there. And that's fine, I can just try again. This also is a bit tricky, sometimes he tries to jump attack me. But that's why I wanted a Drake Sword for the maximum damage here. Because the Astora Straight Sword has split damage, and he's actually fairly resistant to magic attacks. At least he should be. Because that's his thing. Was that it? Yeah, very nice. Looks easy, technically is also easy, but I don't know, it has a learning curve still. And I can fast roll. And usually I would end the episode here, but why not? Let's just play a little longer, shall we? Because there's still something that I want to do. First of all, I want to grab this item here. Now the golems should follow me. I'm risking it. Let me risk something. I'm just running from the golems because it takes too long to fight them. They're fairly resistant to everything, I don't know. I mean, it's a crystal golem, so what would you expect? They're easy to fight. Almost everything in this game is easy to fight, but almost, though. Not everything. At least not for me, but everything here is fairly easy to fight. Let's see if I can get the halberd. With this one, I'm not confident at parrying him, so I'm backstabbing him constantly. What? Wasn't I blocking? Okay. Apparently not. Come on, let me backstab you one more time. I need to see something here. Thank you. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky, but I got the sword, so not totally unlucky. I mean, the shield is nice too. Now, if you have a look at this shield, it has... We need to look at the middle, where the damage or DMG reduction percentage is. Physical is 100, magical is 20, fire is 85, so very high fire resistance. This is one of the best fire resistance shields. The Black Knight shield is better than this one in fire resistance. I think it has 90 or 80. I don't know. But I think it's 90. Might be wrong. Might be completely wrong. And of course, certain great shields are still better. But this is a very good fire resistant shield in like all of the game. Like, it's very good. So, sorry for that. But my throat is getting dry right now from talking so much. But I mean, the recording session is almost over. Basically, I want to stop at Andre right now. Andre is my last stop here. Shouldn't be that long. I'm not fighting the Titanite demon. I'm just going through his area. Rid of this one. More Twinkling Titanite. Very nice. I'm happy that I can fast draw. That's really nice. I have some souls, that's pretty good. I could use them to upgrade the Astora's Greatsword, but I think I will do that later. If I even want to upgrade that thing, because I personally like the Astora's Greatsword, but it's even upgraded, it's weaker than the Drake Sword right now. Like, I can upgrade it to +2 or 3, I'm not really sure, but it's still weaker in that state because of the split damage. So I don't need that weapon right at that point. If I'm in need of a holy type damage weapon, then I want to see, and I'm comparing stuff, because there's another contender for a good holy weapon, or not for a holy weapon, but I'm thinking about converting the claymore that we just acquired, on the bridge, to upgrade that with the holy path. Other than in the other games, you can't teleport right from the get-go, so you need to be mindful at which bonfire you rest and where you want to go. Might be a bit difficult if this is the first time playing. Then you should stick to the obvious path, or quote-unquote obvious path, and listen to the dialogues of the NPCs. But don't hesitate to skip certain enemies. For example, this one. You don't need to fight this one. You can just walk past it. It looks intimidating, it looks very strong, and well, it takes a while until you kill it. But you don't need to fight it. You don't need to fight this Titanite demon right there at this point. So feel free to just run past it. And what I did now with this bonfire, and I'm curious now. I'm very curious. I want to test something. I'm testing something. I want to grab the Firekeeper soul that is in this church, and then I want to visit the what's it called? Firelink Shrine, right? Holy shit, I forgot the name of the Firelink Shrine already. That is not good. I'm so forgetful right now. Let's see if I can parry this dude. Ah, didn't work. Let me try again. There we go. You can't riposte this one, apparently he's too big or so. But you can parry him still and get in a few hits. So I want to test out if the Firekeeper's dying now. I shouldn't, but who knows? I certainly don't right now. Now I've skipped a certain what? I've skipped a little bit. like a part of the Undead Burg. But don't worry, we will do this in the next episode. But not at the moment. Here you want to jump on that thingy, then on the roof. Take the exact path here to gain access to this item, and then you can just go down, I guess. I want to see, it shouldn't be... Oh no, it's no longer working. She's dead already. Did I sequence break something here? Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now I want to see something. A bit overtime is fine, right? Having a bit overtime is completely fine. So I shouldn't have picked up that Firekeeper's sword, alright. The one on Blighttown at least. Let's see. That's interesting. I probably knew that once, but I forgot about that. I'm probably missing some dialogue now, right? That's what I want to see. That makes me curious. This episode might be a bit longer than... he's buffing red. Because that shit exists. The channeler. Let me retreat a little bit. No, the channeler buffed these guys. They have now this blue aura and they will deal a lot of damage. The other one... Oh, you're blocking them. That is not very nice. Yeah, retreat. Oh, or don't. Fine with me. Well, in the end it doesn't matter, but I'm missing Lordric's dialogue now, which is a bit unfortunate. But he should be gone now. That's my theory. Well, he's the one killing the ones, the Firekeeper, so... Yeah, he's gone. Okay, that's good to know. So I've missed the dialogue and I've missed the sunlight medal. By the way, sunlight medal. I can't even farm the sunlight medal in offline mode, right? I'm playing this completely offline, so... How do I progress the Covenant then? Oh, there's one more. Hello? Okay. Goodbye. Oh well. Oh, I've already grabbed this one. Yeah, oh well, okay. Doesn't really matter. Did an oopsie right at the beginning, but that is completely fine. I will end the episode here, because it's already a bit too long, maybe. I want to keep these episodes like 50 to 1 hour, 50 minutes to 1 hour. I'm a bit over that right now. It shouldn't matter. But yeah, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.